but I'm trying to be positive and saying that I will get into the school. I just finished my interview. Why would you do that? I can't wait till this is over in the best way. I look absolutely insane right now, but I have the best news. I am preparing for an interview at Howard. Okay, this is how it happened, right? And I'm literally about to respond back to a voice message, and I see a Gmail email pop up. And I'm like, it says Howard. Mind you, Howard emailed me like 2 or 3 days ago about going on a break, so we won't be reviewing applications until early January. So I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna hear back from this school. And I open the message and they are inviting me to an interview. And I'm just like, I screamed. I don't even have the words because the amount of work I have put in, and I'm slowly but surely reaping the benefits of my hard work, is an indescribable experience. And for me to get an interview invite, even if, let's say, worst case scenario, I don't do well on the interview, but at least they seen my application and they liked me. I am happy because I had a day today. Like, when I say this day, I had a day. The interview is not until January, so I need to respond back to the email, and I have Stormy behind the camera. And me and my babies will be going to medical school. We're going to medical school. We're going to speak it into existence. So I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. This kitten will not leave me alone. Oh, pretty much they tell you you have within 48 hours to respond, and they give you an overview of your interview date experience. Then they give you they gave me 3 available dates, and they're all in January. I'm going to choose the 17th. Yeah, I'm excited. And they tell you to send your preference over to a specific email and copy it over to someone else as well. So let me do this right now. Perfect. Okay. This is absolutely crazy. Like, so glad I trusted myself, because I'm that already. I'm just talking cocky, y'all. I don't really act like that for real, but I haven't vlogged any updates regarding the interview because not much has happened. I wanted to make sure that I got a mock interview out of the way before the actual interview. My interview is on January 17th, and my mock interview that I scheduled yesterday with one of the career advisors at my job, who has also reviewed my personal statement, and she also reviewed my application prior to me even applying. Like, she gave her honest opinion about what I needed for my application, and I did all of that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that to happen. I also went to a cafe, a place called People's Coffee, where I outline a bunch of important things for Howard. The document that I am referring to, I got a check from Duke Raleigh where I volunteered. It was supposed to help us with like Thanksgiving stuff. When I went home, this would have been helpful. But y'all, I don't go to the mailbox that much, so I was really late to the party about this check. So let me see. Wait, is it still useful? Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. And I use Google Docs because I feel like it's just easier for me to see whatever I write down or save across devices. So far I have the mission and vision. I wrote those things in my own words. I have interesting facts that I got from the curriculum and the OME. And I have like one potential question. That's all I did so far. Today I'll deepen it a little bit more. I was thinking about buying an interview outfit, like a full interview outfit, because even though these are happening on Zoom, for one, you never know if somebody's like, oh, let me see your outfit. What is your outfit of today? You know? And I just want to be prepared for the worst case scenario. I'm just that kind of person. And secondly, if I get into medical school, then I have so many other things that a useful, professional, nice attire will help me with. And I went to Nordstrom Rack yesterday to find something. First of all, I hate pantsuits. I literally hate suits in general. So like to look for it is even like draining for me. But yeah, I couldn't find any pants that I liked. And then I did find some pants that I liked in H&M, but they didn't have my size. So I was like, what the? We have the fit together. It's really basic, but I'm feeling it. I don't have enough, like, I don't understand. My camera doesn't go wide enough, but let's wait for the cameras to kind of catch up. So I have on my outfit online, tights that are in the color, I think, forest green. I have this sweater shirt that I think I got from H&M or Forever 21. I have on my Steve Madden shoes, my jewelry, my cardi knot. I have on the necklace that I wore to the Beyonce concert. I'm just gonna wear my typical Chanel knockoff purse. So this is the outfit that I'm gonna go out in today. I don't know where I'm gonna go right now, but I just wanna be out. I just wanna be seen. I just wanna have a good time. I've been in the house all day and I'm like, I need to go do something. So I'm gonna go do something. I'm gonna bring y'all with me, but I don't think I'll actually pull out my camera, so I don't know. My makeup looks absolutely amazing in person. I look bomb. So yeah. It's the 4th of January, so I have time. I need to do my due diligence to make sure that my anxiety does not limit my chances of getting into the school. So we finna grind out. I'm speaking positively about my endeavors. I'm also gonna participate in like wellness stuff. Like I'm trying to figure out what works for me mentally to help me better cope. And those are not things that I was considerate of in the beginning of this journey. So if you're watching this video, wherever you are right now in your pre-med journey, you have got to somehow, some way figure out how can you better cope. I don't want you to do like what I did, which is run yourself exhausted for the sake of this cycle. Do the best with what you have and don't beat yourself down for not being perfect, and don't beat yourself down to the point where you are neglecting taking care of yourself. I just want y'all to like prioritize yourself, because these schools are going to choose who they want to choose. You can only do so much. You can only prepare so much. I also don't have control over the people I'm competing against. Like, I can't control that there are people that were registered nurses for like years, or people who are EMTs, like people who have far more direct patient care opportunities than me. I cannot control that. I can't control people that got a 528. You know what I mean? I can only control what I have as a resource for what I can bring to the table and my passion to become a doctor. And that's the only thing I can lean into. And I will say the clarity that I have now is not the clarity that I had during the cycle. So even if in this moment you are in the cycle or about to apply and you're not listening to what I'm saying, I get it. It was me. It literally was me. I just went into a spiral. So hopefully I narrowed that spiral down, because what the. So I'm going back to my document, and I'm just like rebolding things that are of interest. I want to make sure that I remember innovative research and advocacy for underserved, because those are two reasons why I kind of like stated I wanted to go to Howard. I have a few experiences that aligns with like the innovative research because I do work as a postbac at the NIH. I need to make sure that I'm recounting experiences that aligns with this, so if I get a question about these things, it will be in the back of my mind. Then I have for the vision, increased collaborations and school acknowledgement through research and academics. I already made up my mind that when I go to med school, I don't want to remove research from my experience altogether. I have potential questions, and this is the part that I want to add to today. I want to figure out really good questions. Sometimes you're interviewed by an actual physician and you can kind of ask them about their pathway and stuff, getting there, what was the signs. Like, I want to be more personable. I don't want my question to feel like something that I could get an answer from on their website. So the first question is regarding their mental health services, OME. Would you recommend first-year students to utilize the offered resources to increase the chances of a smoother transition? For out-of-state students, students who don't have any family here, for low-income students specifically, do you feel like this resource is very beneficial for us to like kind of immediately integrate ourselves into, to smoothen out the transition of medical school? That's pretty much what my question is asking. I'm asking these things because through this experience as a postbac, I've learned community and feeling supported is a major part of my mental well-being. You never know how somebody can answer that question, and I would be interested to know how the person fills me in and how other students maybe have experienced the resources. I'm gonna come up with my questions and come like literally right back, so it'll still be today. I have a few more questions. My camera's finna die. So go ahead and rate these in rapid fire speed. The second question, I read that I inserted this course that's like required to understand the philosophy of law, because I can't really pronounce it right now and I don't want to butcher it, but I'll figure it out by the interview time. Is one of the required classes for junior medical students. Could you speak on this? How influential do you believe this course has been for current and alumni students? Why did you decide to come to Howard as a faculty member? How was your pathway to insert specialty? So hopefully they give a little bit more information about who will be interviewing me, so I could do some brief research and then just kind of see how they landed where they landed. How do Howard help build community and camaraderie amongst their first year medical students? I told y'all already, community is very important to me, and I just feel like, what are you guys doing to help facilitate that? What are new changes implemented to Howard's curriculum, and what was the inspiration for the change? Those are the questions that I have as of right now. It is the day before my mock interview. I already finished up my document of what I intend to ask questions on, my own personal research, the goals, the vision of the school. I went through the Student Doctor Network website to see what questions people are stating that the Howard, people have asked them, and I already had those written down as possible, like high yield, depending on how the question was asked. I feel like sometimes the questions that people will put on Student Doctor is more personalized to their application, which wouldn't make sense for them to ask me those questions. So I made sure I separated it based off of like, would this apply to me, or is this like a general question that they'll more than likely try to at least ask every applicant? I want my interview for Howard to be more conversational. I don't want it to feel like I'm constantly being bombarded with questions. So I'm gonna try to see if I can like engage them a little bit more, and maybe it'll be easier. Maybe they'll naturally try to make a conversation, but I'm trying to be positive and saying that I will get into the school. So you be positive too. And more than likely, if you see this video, it happened. Because it happened, basically, if you see this video. Or maybe it didn't, depending on how I am and how I feel afterwards. I also reviewed my secondary again, and I reread it, and I'm like, this is horrible. Not horrible in the sense where it's like I have bad grammar or word choice, but Howard was the first secondary I submitted and completed, and it looks like it. This is my secondary. I kept everything in a Google Docs. So every school that I did a secondary for, copied the question into Google Docs, shared it with all of my Gmail accounts, and would add and edit things until I finalized everything. I would add links and stuff to certain questions that I feel like I would have to review the website for. If you need an outline, I can make one in Google Docs and then I'll share it with anyone who wants it. One of the things that I did add, because I separated everything from like the basic school facts, potential questions, practice questions, feedback from my mock interview. So I have that section here, which I'll take notes as she's doing that. But I have like personal considerations that I know I probably should have done more of with the Mercer interview, which is more stories.
I believed that I needed to be part of a political movement, political party that represented my actual beliefs. And I hoped that at some point this party would grow and be successful. You know, that at some point the party.
Oh my God. Y'all, I look back at the clip I filmed earlier today and I look just like my dad. It's embarrassing. My anxiety is through the roof. I am physically sick all over a mock interview. I feel like I have to use the bathroom. And that's how I know I'm like overly nervous. I did some deep breathing. I don't think that it worked. I think I'll just be using my headphones so that y'all don't like hear her voice, and it'll make editing a lot easier for me. The anxiety I have is insane. First of all, I might talk about it afterwards, but the undergrad health science academy interview, most stressful in my life, because it was like a hell of people around a long ass table asking me so many different good questions, but like I was a freshman at the time, so I was just like, how do y'all expect me to answer these things? Like I just got here. Like not only hello, can you hear me well with the headphones? I had an interview with Mercer last year around November, and I'm still waiting to hear back from them, but this will be my second one. But I have more anxiety around this one because I'm like, this was my top choice. And now I have anxiety about like presenting interview wise. So I think the cycle is Howard. Yeah. It's on the 17th. So with Mercer, we had two different people. I know with Howard, it's only one, and they had two completely different vibes. So I didn't get to settle into the interview, but I feel like I did a pretty good job regardless of the anxiety that I had. It was only one question, and it's questions like this that I feel like I need more help on. It's when they start asking me about like, so what does service mean for you in your personal experience with patients? And because I'm always in my head, I'm like, how do you want me to answer this? I have my answer, but I don't know if it's the correct way to go about it. Like I kind of think my way out of accurately representing what I want to say because I'm too concerned about how it'll come across. When I did my mock interview for Mercer, they were like, you did pretty well. You just need to give more stories around certain things instead of just giving a definition. Hello guys. It's Sunday. My interview is Wednesday. I feel pretty confident. I really feel pretty confident. I've just kind of learned to trust the people who I am trusting to help me with something. I'm trusting the person that literally works with pre-med students, have gotten so many students into medical school. Like, this is her thing. I've also been like trying not to ruminate a lot. What helps me not ruminate is having something to do. And I don't want to get back into the idea of that something to do being like academic. So I've agreed to 3 social events back to back to back, like literally day apart. Like they're not even days apart. They're the next day after the next day. And then at the event yesterday, I let people know that, I want to go to med school because everyone in the room was PhD students. They were like congratulating me, bigging me up. They're like, yeah, I know someone that goes to Howard. It was just nice. It's the morning of my interview. Right now, I'm just letting everything charge, like my laptop, my headphones, and my phone, because I might decide to use my phone. I don't know. I did my morning routine a lot earlier today because I just want to give myself time to like just exist and not feel like I'm in a rush. So I ate breakfast around like 6:30, which honestly is probably the best time for me personally. But I ate breakfast around 6:30. I fed my cats at the same time because when they poop, I like to air my room out like immediately. I'm gonna let them be out until my interview actually starts. I'm gonna sit at my desk. For Mercer, I sat in my closet because I thought it would be better for my cats. My allergies are acting horrible. I have no idea why. I took Benadryl yesterday because Benadryl is like faster acting for me. It's just like I get fatigued, like really tired. But I still fought it enough yesterday. I'm not risking it today. So I used my Flonase. I went over my secondary, which is absolutely awful. So, oh, is that a baby bird? I'm glad that I spoke with my advisor, not my advisor, but like one of the advisors, because she was like, you need to mention the Freedman's Clinic. And I find it interesting. Obviously, it's like student ran, and the inspiration for the clinic was student driven. But I was like, maybe every student asks questions about this or say this is why they want to go to this school. So maybe I shouldn't say it too, because it's kind of like maybe obvious now. But no, I need them to know that I care about the program and the opportunities and all of that. And she was like, no, you need to mention those things. That's my problem. Like, I will overthink myself into not doing something that would be beneficial for me. I just got an email from Howard, and it's pretty much asking me to complete the supplemental interview form, which I'm gonna do. I'm about to hop in the shower really quick, get myself together, and like sit down and do that. Okay, so this is how my hair turned out. I only use rollers after like washing and air drying it. So basically, this is how the hair is looking, and I don't hate it. I'm not a fan, but I don't hate it for what it's worth. So here's the outfit from Kohl's from 9 West. The top, stripes, navy blue, pants, navy blue. Real basic, real cute. Is it giving mid-school interview? I don't know. I am filling out this interview form. Like, it's a lot. I'm literally 30 minutes in, and I have like 2 more questions left. So if you were applying to Howard, do this literally when I started. Give yourself at least an hour to fill out everything, because they're asking like questions. So my documents are done, and I'm just like waiting in the interview zone, and my stomach started bothering me, y'all. Like, literally had to, because I'm so nervous, but like in a prepared way. I just finished my interview. I didn't feel like I was being like railroaded with questions, and the person that was interviewing me was so sweet. Like, I didn't feel on the edge the entire time, and I was myself. I know I could be like, I don't know. Everybody's friendly. It's going well, so I'm excited for that. And they're very formal but informal at the same time. It doesn't feel like you have to be this kind of person. Now we're about to meet with the med students, and he asked me like one situational question. What would I do if somebody on my team plagiarized and I was the leader? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Why would you do that to me, to us? Do that to yourself for your own project. Don't do that with other people. I don't know if I answered that right, but I was being honest. I need food. I'm warming up my soup in the back. I'm hyper right now. Like, I feel like I could. Hey y'all, so I look different, but it's literally the same day, less than like 2 hours, because I just randomly decided to do my hair. I don't know if it's like stress. I don't know. I've had a little bit of time to think, but I don't know how to feel. The person just gave me very good vibes. He was an older man, really sweet, really nice, and like obviously paid attention to my application and also the document that you got to fill out before you even go there, which now I understand it's just for, at the time I did too, but it's more so for your interviewer to have like an overview of your application. It wasn't the basic why you want to be a doctor. It was more so like questions to lead up to that, which was nice because I was prepared. I was ready to give my whole story, this is why I want to do it. And it's how I knew I wanted to do it. He was just basically saying like, you're a very decorated applicant. Like you have a lot of things. Like, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I was just saying like, thank you so much. I mentioned that I was like a dancer in high school and that I would have did it in college, but I was like super intimidated. They communicated when they'll let me know. And that's all I can ask for. So I'm kind of scared to celebrate. I don't really know what to do. I kind of feel exhausted, but like in an odd, it's an odd form of exhaustion. I don't know what it is. Hola guys. I am actually feeling my hair like straight, which is crazy because I'm not a straight girl. Sorry, the fans are still going. But I don't know how to celebrate. And I'm scared to celebrate because I'm like, this could be the worst case scenario. I could very well not be accepted. Anyways, I was gonna get a seafood boil, but I don't know. I didn't feel like, I don't know. I can't say I didn't feel like driving because I literally was driving aimlessly. I can't wait till this is over in the best way. I'm gonna send my thank you letter within like the next hour to the person that did my interview. Like I said, he was really sweet. He had a great vibe. Like, I feel like from like reviewing things, I feel like it was a pretty good interview in that I spoke confidently. I said my I was also tired as like after my interview, I just get real tired, real tired. And I was real tired. Like, don't talk to me, don't look at me, we don't know how we did for real. We just want to stay positive but also be a realist. They do have like some in-person tours, which I really want to do, but I'm like really scared. I want to see your campus. I'm gonna come see you. Come see you. I am in my closet. I just received my email, a phone call from Howard that I am waitlisted. I feel a lot of emotions in this moment. I feel like I failed myself. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I don't know what I did wrong, but obviously my interview wasn't good enough. I did my mock interview, I practiced, I wrote out my thoughts so that all of the questions that I was asked, I could be like prepared for, and I felt prepared. And I trust the opinion of the person that gave me a mock interview. And I was honest, and it's like, none of that matters because I don't know what's happening right now, like below me, but I don't know what all the noise is. All I know is I just don't feel like caring. All I know is I'm not good enough. I just kind of feel crappy right now because I was hoping that I did good enough to get an acceptance so I can solidify the fact that I don't have to apply again, and that where I'll be going in a few months will be set in stone. But as of right now, it's like I haven't heard anything from Mercer, which gives me waitlisted vibes or rejected vibes. And Howard just waitlisted me. And it was so random. Like, I was just on my phone, like, but it's what I deserve, obviously. If you're watching this and, you know, you want to apply, just, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because I feel like I tried to do everything. And I'm just like beating myself up even more because maybe the way I come across is not, maybe I need a lot of work in that space. I'm just so confused. The person who did my mock interview is very honest. She was very honest with me, my personal statement and everything I needed to fix. And she told me that she had no concern for my interview. I didn't stumble over my words. I didn't not know my why to becoming a doctor. I did not know how to not answer certain questions. I framed things the way I was told to. I wrote out my notes to make sure those things are in the back of my head. I did my best, and I just got it. I got confirmation that more than likely I will have to repeat this cycle, and I just don't have the energy for that. I'm not good enough. It's like literally people that walk around with like 9 acceptances. Y'all are amazing. So, I'm just gonna allow myself to be in the moment and feel how I feel. Hey y'all, I am back and I tried to like do some things to make myself happier. I went and did my press on nails, I did my makeup, I bought some new lights. I still feel very disappointed in myself, and I haven't bawled. Like, I keep crying in the midst of talking about it, which is, this is like my 3rd time talking about it. I don't know why I'm being very dramatic, but like, I don't know if y'all can see me well, but yeah, I just keep thinking about it randomly, and I'm like, wow, I really pretty much failed myself. I pretty much have fumbled 2 bags, 2 med school interview invites somehow, some way, and I keep reminding, like replaying in my head my interview, because although after my interview I kind of like pretended like I didn't remember everything just to make myself cope with the possibility of something bad happening, but in all actualities, I remember majority of it, and I remember how I felt. I remember him laughing, like him even telling me out of his mouth how I'm a very decorated applicant. I've done a lot of amazing things, and I'm not saying that he controls. I don't know what happens behind the scene. All I can think about is what I was given. And then I also thought about after our interview and towards the end of the interview day, how one of the people were like, we pretty much already have 130 people, which is the class size that we've accepted so far. And the likelihood of you getting waitlisted is higher than the likelihood of you being accepted. I'm not going to say that no one a part of my interview day or following it haven't gotten accepted. In my mind, I'm like, I could be extremely negative, or I could be optimistic and, not try to shoot myself in the foot by being so negative and allowing myself to go to a very low again, because it's not going to be productive for me if I spiral like that. I looked up the percentage of the likelihood of being removed off the wait list for Howard specifically. The way certain schools navigate, they will accept up to a certain point, which is usually their number, unless you fall, whatever. They'll accept up until a certain number, and then start waitlisting the rest and continuing to interview, so they can make sure for certain they will have the number of students that they want to have for their class. So in my mind, I'm like, although they've accepted 130 students, obviously all of those students will not say yes. Some of them have other options that they want to prioritize. And around that time, maybe I will be taken off the waitlist. And in my waitlist letter, they basically encourage updates and things of that sort. So I'm just telling myself, just keep doing what you were doing. You're going to be transitioning to a new lab now. Hopefully I enjoy that experience. So I feel ugly. I hate my hair. I hate my makeup. I hate my face. I hate my body. I hate my life right now. I mean, my life is stable, so I'm being dramatic, but that's where I'm at right now.